Hi YouTube, welcome back. My name is EmiMatcha. This video is going to be about Shiyu Defense, well, endgame content, same thing. Me hitting internet level 50 and how it kind of looks and how I've been using my resources to be mindful about clearing content for endgame. So kind of similar to how my content works on this channel. So if you're newer here, right, that's what I try to do, is to make it relatable, because I'm just the number one. It's because I'm poor, but like it's because I kind of understand like not everyone can spend as much as they can and they want to enjoy these games. It's up to you. You do what you want with your money. I don't care what you do with your money, right? As long as you're spending responsibly and you're mindful about your IRL obligations, then that's cool, right? That's all I care about. But other than that though, like, you do what you want, man. I don't care. Join me here at twitch.tv/EmiMatcha. If you want to watch more content like this, I do focus on clearing content as much as possible and as efficiently as possible, and using my resources in a very mindful manner so that I can future-proof my account. And in case meta changes happen, in case anything happens, right, I will be prepared for it. So anyways, yeah, if you enjoy more content like this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, let me know. Do I think it's free to play friendly? Let's take a look at this together. Currently right now, this is how it looks. I was very lucky with this game compared to my other gacha accounts. This is pretty lucky for me. But me getting the same character twice. Grace, Rena.
You need my help.
Not ideal. I would much rather have another unit, but I just gotta adapt, right? Just gotta adapt and see how it is. So this is what my account looks like right now. So I'm a newer internet level 50 player. I would say for this game, I'm very chill about it. I've capped on batteries countless times. I don't know how many days. Okay, probably at least 7 days at this point, because I have other games I want to play. But this game, I enjoy playing it. I do enjoy playing it. I just sometimes don't have the time. But anyways, I've capped on it. This is what my resources look like. Okay, this is my overview right now. 57 ether batteries currently right now. This is what my storage looks like. I have all of these, I would say 4-star W engines, as well as this 1 5-star W engine. That is it. I tend to keep like one copy of another W engine. So for example, you'll see stuff like the slice of time at S2. Okay, I'm gonna say S2. And then I keep one of the other because Genshin traumatized me to keep one, at least one other one. All right, so you'll see stuff like this. But anyways, in general, this is what it looks like. I also have a tendency to superimpose at least 1 3-star W engine as well, because I never know when I'll need it, you know. We all know again how there's one really great one for Honkai Star Rail. There's a few good ones for Honkai Star Rail as a 3-star alternative, so I just had a habit of doing that. As for drive discs, I have been farming for drive discs pretty often since like internet level 45. I've been doing it here and there because I didn't know what else to build, because I didn't have many units. These are also the other resources too if you want to pause to look at it. I think the only things to note is the hamster cage and the tuning calibrator. These things are the most important. Everything else is kind of like it's just progressing with the account, but these two are just the only two that I would say is of greatest value on this page. How much I have, and then this one here is just, I guess, what I have left. So you can see like the ether batteries. I haven't used any of them.
You're joking.
Other than that though, these are like my polls and just how they look. And also I've missed like 2 weeks of the notorious hunt, so I'm short some W engines as well as some resources here, but that's because I just missed 2 weeks as I was lazy. My Bangboos, I only have Rezonaboo and a million here. And is it worth investing in these guys? I mean, if you have the resources, but overall, like, they're not gonna be there to, I mean, they do actually, okay, you know what, I'm lying. Rezonaboo actually does quite a bit. They actually do quite a bit of damage when they do pop off. But like, it's not like your significant amount of damage, right? It's gonna be like mainly your DPS. So yeah, whether you have the resources or not, just invest in them. As for like my entire roster, this is what it looks like agents wise. You saw earlier, I do have Cinema 1 Nekomata And then everybody else here is, you know, the only other one that's like pretty huge is her at Cinema 6, Nicole. And then you got Lucy here at Cinema 4. And then I'll show Anby as well at Cinema 2. These are the ones that are, I guess, of higher cinema. And then, I use him as well. So Ben is like Cinema 5. All right, so these are the ones that I use. You can see that what I'm currently kind of working with, and I don't have any of these units. My Shiyu Defense here, it is resetting in like 20 hours, but in this game, I will say it's pretty free-to-play friendly. I haven't spent a single cent in it. The reason why I mentioned Internet level 50 was because that's when your agents can get to level 60, right? That's when you can ascend them or level them to level 60. That is a huge damage increase for you, because when I was not level 60 with my agents, I can only get up to 4. Right here, critical node 4. I could not even touch these, and these guys were like B's and A's at the time before I attempted it again, right? There's just no way hitting hitting characters like enemies that are 10 levels above you, you just don't do any damage. Like I was very realistic, right? This was not gonna be it. I was not gonna, again, bang my head against the wall that hard. When you hit Internet 50, level your DPSs to 60, that's probably the only two DPSs that you would level, and then I would say that's worth it for you, and then you can just attempt these last few nodes. Right now, I'm able to clear all the way up to 7. 6 as a S rank, but 7, I saw a significant increase in need for me to level my disk drives. So in terms of the endgame content as a free-to-play, it is very much doable. I didn't think I could get all the way up here with the count that I have. So I'll show you kind of like what kind of, I guess, strategies I used to, and where I invested my energy in order for me to kind of get there. I did make mistakes. We all made mistakes, but as you saw with my pull history, I didn't get Coletta until after Juyen dropped. But at the time, I already invested in Andy, I invested in Ben, I invested in Lucy and Anton. So these guys up here, right? The ones that I'm hovering over. I invested in these guys right here because I didn't have Juyen, and I was clearing critical node with Anton. He wouldn't get too far though because I was lacking his best supports here, and I didn't have Coletta at the time, so it was just really hard for me to make Anton work. And so, but he was clearing, and so it was an early investment for me to try and push for endgame content. I regret investing in him. Afterwards, I started like kind of fine tuning, and I pulled for Juyen purposefully because she's fine as heck. So she did look like this. Nekomata did not look like this. She did have like level 9 basic attack, but it's fine. Like overall, these two did kind of clear looking like this for now. I'll show you my Nekomata right now. She just looks like this. She's on, as you saw there, and she's on a rainbow set, right? This is not all leveled, as you can see. She did look like this when I cleared Shiyu Defense 6. It's not the best, and I refuse to invest my resources in a disk drive that doesn't have really great subbies at this point in the game. Drive disk XP, we're very short on it, and I can't just willy-nilly just go and level everything up to 15 and try and RNG and get into crit rate or crit damage, right? I'm not gonna go and do that. Right, this one unfortunately didn't do well either. Because of the event, we were given this W engine, and I leveled this up straight up immediately to 60 because I didn't have anything for her. It was a real struggle because Juyen was also sharing her W engine. Yes, I was clearing all that content with one W engine shared, and I used Anton's as a stat stick for Juyen at the time, okay? They didn't have this, but I was using that earlier on because you gotta do what you gotta do, right, for a stat stick. This stuff is all leveled up except for this and this. Same thing here, same problem. I'm not gonna level this, and this one didn't go the way that I wanted to. It's good right now for main stats, but I'm not gonna waste my resources as at this point. And then Juyen is right here. She's still missing this to 11, but it is what it is. And this is how she looks overall. I'll show you Nicole too, right? She's C6 and she is like that. And her equipment all 0. Nothing's leveled here except for this. This is because of I leveled it for Juyen because I was desperate to see if it will go into crit damage. It didn't. But anyways, it doesn't do anything. Okay, I'll promise you it doesn't do anything for her. But anyways, this is my Lucy. Lucy was more so invested in because I'm trying to roll for future characters. And so I invested a little bit more in her, but basically she looks like this. Trying to boost her attack the most because that's what she needs. And I'll show you my Coletta. This is not what she looks like. I never used her. I just recently leveled her, but this is what basically Anby was on. Level 0 disc drives, and then this was level 30 out of 40 at the time when I cleared. And because it has impact. And then lastly, I'll show you Ben. Ben is also not leveled. Level 0 everywhere with his disc drive of 30 out of 30. All right, that's it. Skills wise, the only thing I cared about with him was his assist. That's all. But overall, those were the units that cleared the content all the way up to Shiyu Defense 7. And so why was I doing that? How was I doing that? What you need to be worried about as a free-to-play, because I'll show you right now, even with my investment as low as it was and my mistake with Anton, you're still lacking at Internet level 50. You're going to be lacking a lot of these tapes here. Basically, you're lacking a lot of those. And for you to like get a character to, I recognized already that we don't have enough of those to fully level your entire team. So you gotta be really, again, very mindful, very reserved,
very demure
with your resources. Not just Denny's as a problem, but those XP books are going to be a problem as well. The W engine ones aren't too much of an issue because you're not going to be leveling W engines for everybody. Like, be mindful of who you're dealing with. So for example, if you're going to be leveling a impact character like Coletta, you're going to want to level stuff with impact on it. You don't really need to care about her defense. Like, just don't die. You don't need like defensive drive disc level. You don't need HP drive disc level. Just don't die. You do you. If you feel like you need more impact on your character, then you go for it, right? But overall, impact characters aren't gonna get it other than from her W engine, the disc drive 6, and then you leveling them for when they get to like 30 to 40 when you ascend them.
You have been promoted.
Also for like anomaly characters, I don't build anomaly, but like most of their stuff that you're gonna be focused on isn't going to be skills in the beginning, right? You're trying to want to build anomaly as fast as possible. So for them as well, you're gonna want to focus on like their disc drives maybe that have anomaly proficiency on them. Like these ones have it if you really want to build that way. Also their levels matter too, but not so much as their skills. But overall, like, you know, be mindful of how you're leveling them and what your character does and what you're using them for. Work from there. Your DPS is going to be your most heavily invested one. That's because they're the one carrying and doing the most damage, and it's very apparent if you go through Shiyu Defense, you're gonna see the DPS check. You're gonna see that you're gonna need these guys to carry hard. And so for you to kind of, I would say, be more mindful with your resources, you're gonna want to dump a majority of it into at least your limited 5 stars. So if you care about clearing endgame as fast as possible, that's the only way to do it in a, I guess, mindful manner with your resources being as limited as it is. And then you can go from there. Like saying if you have like a cinema 6 unit like I have Nicole, I decide to level her more so than, let's say, like Lucy and Ben. The units that you'll be leveling for supports, because this game, there's a timer on you clearing critical node, I would suggest to invest in characters that have faster animation times. So characters that are able to quick in, swap in, do their thing, and then get out and buff your team. For example, Lucy, in my opinion, right, she's one of my favorite characters because she's got some cute ass pigs running around. But in order for her to give your team an entire buff, all you need to do for her, as long as she's like cinema 4, by the way, you swap, or cinema 2 I think it even works, but you just swap in, she hits a baseball bat, and then you swap out and your entire team has a buff. Characters like that where you swap in and do that and then you swap out, it's very good for, I guess, people that are crunching down for time. Because also like Coletta, where I recently built her. She's also very good too because you swap in with her. She does her stun thing and then she's out. She's out with Lucy for me, and then they do their thing and they're back to my DPS, right? Very quick in, swap in and quick back out. And they all help out my DPS. But that's basically it. But as someone that again aims to clear endgame with, as I would say, my hoarding tendencies, as you can see, these ether batteries, right?
A lot of people will be scared, and I'll name them.
You could have used this earlier to juice your account to clear faster than me and be like at internet level 50 before me, but like I decided to take it chill. But yeah, overall though, I'd say this Zenless Zone Zero is pretty free to play friendly. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. I think everything here, as long as you're mindful, like I said, as long as you're lucky like me, no, I'm just kidding. As long as you're mindful, I'm sure you can get through it. But always the best thing to do for you and your account always is to go in, like this is what I do personally. I go into Shiyu Defense and I just like hit a wall. You know what I mean? Like I like to like hit a wall and I'll be like, oh, so that's what I'm missing. And then I'll level accordingly. Like, you feel me? Like I'll be like, okay, let's go in again. Then I'll hit another wall. And then I'll be like, okay, so that's what I'm missing. So I level like Ben a little bit more. Then I leveled like Andy a little bit more. I leveled Lucy a little bit more. Then I started like figuring it out. This is how I dissected what I needed to clear. Bare minimum, by the way, because I'm cheap. I'm cheap AF. So anyways, that's what I would recommend doing for you. But yeah, if anything changes in the future, if you enjoy content like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to follow me here at Twitch, feel free to do so and join me live at twitch.tv/EmiMatcha. And I will see you next time. Let me know what your thoughts are, and let's see how the end game is. All right, I'll see you next time, YouTube. Take care. Bye bye, YouTube. Bye bye.